Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way, if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments, get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.
Yo, what's good, y'all? What's the word? What's going on? How everybody doing out there? Y'all already know what it is. We are back again, man. And it's time for the Thursday banger. It's time for the Thursday banger, y'all. That's a lot. It's time for the Thursday banger, and I got one. I keep a banger at all times. But like I always say before I start my videos off, I have no problem delivering this content to everybody that's out there working hard, working a 9 to 5. Everybody that's out there with their own business, getting to that bag the legit way. I make sure y'all got something to listen to in the morning times, man. I promise y'all, there's no problem on my end. I also have no problem making sure I'm warning y'all and telling y'all about how dangerous prison is. I have no problem doing these things. I only ask for one thing, and that's for y'all to just stay out the way, man. That's it. And we staying out the way because that's just the best life these days, man. Real talk, man. And matter of fact, this year's not even over with yet, man. But to all my people that's watching me and that's been staying out the way, man, and you made it through another year without going to jail, without having ops, without getting into stuff, living stress-free, pat yourself on the back right now, man. We about to go into a new year, man. Pat yourself on the back, man. We made it through another year of staying out the way, man. But for real, the years go by fast when you staying out the way, if you haven't noticed, man. That's why I told you, man. Pat yourself on the back, man. That's what we do, man. We're not going back to them stinky jails, man. We're not going back to them crazy prisons in the hills and the country spots of our states. We're not going back to that stuff, man. We chilling and we staying out the way, man, every year, and that's just what it is, y'all. Period. But y'all already know what it is. This is the Thursday banger game. So what I need y'all to do with this one? Like, share, subscribe this way, y'all. Let's get it. Skip it. Let's go. What? It's time for business. It's time for business, y'all. And the story I got for y'all today is called They Started a La La War. Part 1. Crazy situation, man. Y'all already know the count, man, but penitentiary is what? Crazy, man. Penitentiary is a crazy place, man. And all type of stuff go down, man. And like, when you living in that world, man, you won't believe it. You won't believe the stuff that people go through, man. Like, I feel like there's so many people in prison that's petty, but you have to be petty in prison, man, to the extent, man, because you're not on the street. You're inside of a place that's basically a whole nother planet where there's a lot of different rules. So you have to know how to adapt, and you have to be petty sometime, man. Like, it becomes things where like people just be petty with the stuff they got, the stuff you like, and you can't get it from these people, man. And then it becomes a petty war, and stuff like that happens all the time in penitentiary, man. Sometimes it's violence behind this stuff, sometimes it's not, man. But sometimes it's just about when I got it, it's on me. When you got it, it's on you. Do what you do when you got yours. I'm gonna do what I do when I got mine, and that's how people carry it in there, y'all. So with that being said, though, we are on Lawrenceville for this, y'all. We are on Lawrenceville, and I remember being in 33 pod for this one, y'all. We in 30 building, man. And it was crazy, man, because like, you know, I'm just in a building, man, where I'm trying to still find my way. I'm trying to find my way, man. I'm trying to be somebody that I know that I can have my own, man. Like, that's what I was doing on Sussex too. You know, like, since I've been on Lawrenceville, like, it's been situations, little situation, but never really my own situation. And that's what I've been searching for since I got to Lawrenceville. But I'm freshly still new to the camp, and I'm still trying to get adapted to the camp, man. So I'm just kind of taking my time. The whole building would have La-La all the time. It would be La-La all the time in the building. So it was like, that wasn't nothing to stress over, like, if I was going to be able to mess with the La-La because I couldn't get it or whatever. It's just, you got to have the feeling of want to have your own, man. Like, that's the type of feeling I wanted to have. Like, I used to get tired of like always going to take my commissary or going to get a green dot number for this dude. Like I would do it because I mess with the La-La, but like, y'all got to understand, that's not really me. That's not what I tend to do. Like, I would do it if I run out of my own. and I'll spend money like that sometimes. But like just to be the buyer all the time, like I just felt like that wasn't my character, man. And I used to always try to like put that game to my homeboys, like, yo, look, we gotta get our own, we gotta do this, we gotta do that, because it was boiling down to that we used to always had to grab from the R. If we wasn't grabbing from dudes from the R, we would have to grab probably from a dude from the red team, man. Either way, we was the buyers in the pod. And I wasn't feeling it. Like, I wasn't feeling it, man, because when I first got in 33 pod, rest in peace before Hot Rod and San Juan that went home, I had just met San Juan, but they kept the La-La. Like, Hot Rod really didn't mess with the La-La at all, because, you know, he was short, but San Juan messed with the La-La all the way till he went home. And so it was like I seen them get money a little bit, you know what I mean? At the end of their little stench, right before they went home, you know what I mean? But like, I just knew that that's what I wanted to do. Like, but I still was gonna wait my turn. I wasn't gonna be so anxious and try to like mess up being on Lawrenceville. I just was gonna move right and wait for my time to get called. Like, it's a matter of time. I told you I had the gift for gab. I know the sack was gonna land in my lap sooner or later, man. I knew it was gonna happen. So we just chilling, y'all. We just trying to mind our business and do us, man. So the whole time I've been in there since Bro and them had left, like, it's been some other dudes in there that's been getting the package, and then it's been the red team that's been getting the package, then it's been a dude from Richmond that'll get the package. It just been like scattered around. Either way, the La-La was staying in the joint, man. So like, you would have dudes in there. Like, I've been learned out how I was when it comes to the La-La and stuff like that, like how dudes would get, because I know how I would get. Like, if I get to a certain amount and I don't want to sell no more, then that's just what it is. Like, I'm not going to be the dude, like dudes would hear me say, yo, I ain't got no more. And with the straight face, like, yo, I ain't got none. Then you later on, you might see me ducking out of somebody's cell and the whole cell over that side smell like La-La. Then dudes saying this stuff like, man, I thought we say he ain't had no more. But that's just penitentiary, man. I'm going to lie to you. Not really lie to you. It's the truth. I don't have none for sale. And that's just what it is. So like, you got to go through stuff like that. Like, yo, bro saying he ain't got it, but it smelled like La-La over there. Yeah, dudes will get to talking, but they ain't gonna do nothing. You know what I mean? So I've been was somebody that was like, I didn't care about what people thought when I moved like that. So when the next man get his package, I used to respect how the next man would move when he get his package. I had to. So we was in there just buying from, you know what I mean? Buying from whoever we could, whoever would get it, we'll just cop. But the whole time I'm seeking out a situation. Now, the whole time seeking out a situation, like one was falling in my lap slowly. Like, I ain't even gonna lie. I had a homeboy that ended up plugging me with somebody that bring the package. If y'all follow the stories, you already know. I'm gonna fast forward a little bit. Now I got her. But at first, when I got her, she couldn't come see me off the rip. So we was already anticipating putting a play together, and I couldn't wait because I'm like, yo, this is getting crazy in here, man. So the first sign of getting crazy was this. It was a dude from the R in my block, man, for real, for real. I ain't really know him like that. Like, he was in the block. I knew him, but like as far as deal with him, I'm going to say that I didn't really deal with him like that. But his mans and them across the in 31 pod and my homeboys in the pod across from us, I used to rock with him like that because me and Bro came up here together. We came to Lawrenceville the same day. We left Sussex 2 the same day. So he was from the R, I was from Norfolk. But when we was in Sussex 2 in the pod together, like, we was cooled in. So it wasn't like no geographical thing going on with me and Bro. The Bro who I'm talking about, we're going to call him D. Now, D, he was from the R. He already been to Lawrenceville. He been to Lawrenceville before. So this is his second time coming to Lawrenceville. He got sent to Sussex 2 for a situation, beat the situation on appeal. They let him come right back. So he got shipped the same day I did to come back to Lawrenceville. So he's in the pod with my homeboy them over there. But his man be getting a La-La. Dale had a La-La too, but it was like, it'll be back and forth. So I can remember, man, my homeboy birthday coming up, man. That's my word, my homeboy birthday coming up. We got Bro making the drinks. Now, we can try to make a play and try to go run around and see if we can find somebody that got the La-La. But like, if it's in the building, we don't have to do all this. So I told my homeboy from Norfolk, man, I was like, yo, man, go holler at such and such. We gonna call dude in my block, Richmond. I was like, yo, bro, go holler at Richmond, man, and go see, you know what I mean? Like, see if we can buy a spoon from him. I was like, how much you got? So I'm trying to get everybody to put in, like, all we need is a spoon. We roll 3 feezies, have a party with the drinks. It's a wrap. You know what I mean? So I'm like, yo, how much you got? How much you got? So dudes acting like they ain't really got no money. So I'm like, man, so y'all gonna try to make me get some numbers though? Y'all ain't got nothing. So dudes was like, everything we had, we put in for the party. Dudes was kind of complaining a little bit. I'm like, man, all right, man. So I'm like, look, man, I'm gonna go holler at Bro then, man. I'm gonna go holler at him, you know what I mean? So I seen the dude, Richmond. Richmond was kind of like a little taller than me, brown skinned dude. He ain't look like he was aggressive. He ain't look like somebody that poke his chest out. But like I told y'all, when somebody got their stuff, I always respected how they move. So I waited for him to holler at all his dudes. He was hollering at everybody in the block. Dudes was hollering at him. I waited for him to finish. I was like, yo, I called him over there. He was like, what's up? He walked over there. I was like, yo, look, man. I was like, look, I'm trying to get something for my bro B-Day. I was like, look, we already got the drinks. We about to get litty. I was like, we just need some La-La. I was like, look, I said, we don't got enough in commissary right now. I said, you know, we go to the store Tuesday. I said, but look, you can either let me get something to the store on Tuesday, let me get a spoon to the store on Tuesday, or I'll go get the numbers for you, bro. If you really want some numbers. I really won't trying to go get no numbers just for no spoon. You know what I mean? Nothing like that. Now, I'm expecting bro to be like, yeah, you cool, Weezy. Like, I already know you ain't going nowhere. You official, da-da-da-da. Bro was like, nah, I need the numbers, Shawty. Yeah, I need the numbers, Shawty. I was like, what? He was like, yeah, I need the numbers. I was like, so you gonna make me go get $25 though, bro? This for we in the pod together, bro. It's like, you know what I mean? You know I know. I be touching from time. He like, nah, I need the numbers. I need the numbers. So like, I just was mad. I was a little angry with y'all. I was a little angry. I ain't even gonna hold y'all. Cause like, I just felt like he didn't have to do that with me. Like, you know what I mean? But like, it's his rules. So with me being mad, I still was like, all right. So I walked back to the cell where everybody was at. I get back in the cell. Dudes was like, you got it? I'm like, nah, I ain't even get it. Like, wow. I was like, man, he talk about, I gotta get the numbers for $25. I was like, man, that's lame. I was like, I thought he was gonna let me get it to the commissary. Dude was like, man, nah, he want the money. I'm telling you, I know him. He want the bread. So I'm like, all right, man. I let it go. I ain't gonna lie. I let the junk go, man. I let it go. I didn't even want to get angry over this like that. You know what I mean? Because like the la gets you angry. But the main mission is getting the la. So I said, you know what? I had to go borrow my man Jack. You know what I mean? So I go use my man Jack. I put it together. My people's like, all right, I'm about to run to Walgreens. I'm gonna get you the junk. I'm gonna call you after I get the numbers. So I was like, when you get the numbers, just text my man Jack back. My man gonna give me the numbers. Blah, blah, blah. Period. They was like, all right. So slid off. You know what I mean? Man called me back to the cell. I go to his cell, he give me the numbers. Like, man, it's crazy. So I was mad that I had to make my peoples go get inconvenience and get up and do all of that for $25. Like, I never really called my peoples for $25, but nevertheless, man, I made the play happen, y'all. So boom. So when I went down the steps to holler at bro, come down the steps, I see him. I'm like, yo. Now I'm ready, like, yo, what's up? What's up? He like, what's up? I'm like, what's up, bro? I got the $25. What's good? He like, oh, man, I just sold the rest of him. I was like, what? He was like, yeah, he just bought 3 spoons. I'm like, so I know the dude he talking about. The dude he talking about named Dog. You know what I mean? I'm like, you sold the rest of him? He like, yeah. I'm like, I'm just looking at him and I'm looking at Dog. I'm like, all right, man. You know what I mean? So I walked away. I ain't even go back in the cell where everybody was at. I went to go put my arm back on the little jump by the steps. And I'm like this, and I'm just looking and thinking like, damn. I was like, yo, bro carried it like that? Like, it was that serious that he was on some petty shit like that? So I see Dog shooting the cell. I shooting Dog cell. Dog shooting, sleeping in the second cell. I walk in his jaw, like, yo. He was like, yo. I said, what's up, bro? He was like, he already knew what time it was. He was like, I walked in. I was like, what's up, man? He was like, man, that junk crazy. He was like, word, I didn't know you was about to buy something. He didn't tell me he was about to buy nothing. I just bought it all. He was like, cause you know, gang come on tonight. You know, we chilling, his little crew. I'm like, man, that's crazy. I said, man, that's word. I said, man, dude told me to go get $25. I go get the numbers. I said, the numbers right here. I said, I go get the $25. He tell me, I said, bro, that's crazy, bro. Sell me a spoon. I said, you know it's bro birthday, man. He was like, I got you, bro. I got you. I was like, here. He was like, I'm just gonna hold his $25 and cop. You know what I mean? Because that's what the spoon go for, $25. So bro sell me the spoon. So I'm like, man, he ain't say nothing about, like, he was waiting on me or nothing. I said, I ain't even take nothing but like 30, 40 minutes. He was like, man, he ain't say nothing. I said, man, bro, want to carry like that? I said, man, that's crazy. I said, man, that's wild right there, man. I was like, man, that's crazy right there, man. That's wild right there, man. He was like, I know. I was like, it is what it is, man. I can't be too mad, man. I went back upstairs where everybody was at in the cell, man. You know what I mean? Got in the cell. I was like, yo, they was spoon, man. Roll up. You know what I mean? Dude was like, you got it? I'm like, yeah. I was like, dude from Richmond, lame, though. I was like, man, he's straight. Just spun me. You know what I mean? Just sold the joint. I had to go buy one from Dog, all this, man. Dudes like, for real? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, man, dudes be acting crazy. So we had a whole conversation in the junk, like, yeah, like when dudes got their stuff, like the rabbit got the hammer activity, like, so you gotta, I'm like, I respect it, but like, we locked up. Like, I don't be just like dudes. I'm selling to the pod. Definitely my pod is gonna get sold to if I have the package. I'm selling to my pod. I'm gonna make sure my pod get everything, all the stuff if you want to. You know what I mean? Then when it gets low, you ain't selling nothing. Now, I'm not gonna tell nobody I'm gonna sell them something and then spend them. I don't do stuff like that. So the whole time they was acting crazy, I just wasn't feeling it, y'all. So boom. Well, I still sat back in the cell and got lit with everybody, man. Y'all know we hitting the shot cups. You know what I mean? Cup coming around fast. We shot cupping. Feezy's coming around. We got the la rotating. Everything was straight. Music banging, you know what I mean? We still enjoyed ourselves for my man B-Day. We still enjoyed ourselves, man. So we go to outside rec. So they call outside rec. We shoot outside. So everybody lit outside. So we all outside. I see my niggas from 31. So I'm talking to them. You know what I mean? They spot the Feezy up. I'm over there with them. They spot the Feezy up. So he hitting the Feezy. So he like, yeah, man. He was like, yo, the dude you came up here with, in my pod, he was like, he got the la. I'm like, for real? I was like, yeah, I know, bro. I was like, yeah. I was like, that's my dog. So I see him. I'm like, what's up? He was like, what's up, Sean? I'm like, what's good? Like, what's good? He was like, he walked up to me. He was like, he dapped me up. He gave me a feezy. I was like, oh, that's what's up, man. I appreciate you, man. He was like, yeah. I was like, I didn't know you had nothing. He was like, all right, I be keeping it sometime. He's like, your homeboy crazy. He talking about my man in 31 part. He's like, your homeboy crazy though. I'm like, man, go ahead, man. My homeboy look at that. I'm like, so he used to be with this other dude that was a GD. You know what I mean? He was from the R, so they used to be together. Now they all touching, everybody trying to get the pack on Lawrenceville, man. That's just a mission. Like, that's what's going on. So like, you know what I mean? They trying to always strike. So my man looking at him like, I see my man give him a little crazy eye slightly. So when he dip off, my man like, man, I don't be feeling how they be moving sometimes though, Weezy. I'm like, what's up? He like, man, that's word. Like, they just be acting like, they be acting clueless, bro. Like, you know what I mean? They be acting like stupid for real though, bro. Like, you know what I mean? He was like, man, but for real though, he was like, man, I ain't even trying to really deal with them unless it's business. If it's business, then that's what I'm gonna deal with. He was like, look, when I get back, I'm gonna spend this $50 with him, bro. Get some more spoon. He like, you need something over there? I'm like, damn right, send me something. He was like, I got you. You know what I mean? So I was like, catch me at dinner. So after they let us off the yard, I go back in the pod. You know what I mean? Everybody chilling. We still litty. So when dinner come around, I catch up with my man. 31 pod did before us, but we was leaving right next to them. So I catch up with him. You know what I mean? So when I catch up with him, walking with him. So he like, yeah, bro. He like, man, this junk crazy, bro. He was like, man, say word, man, dude that you know deep. He was like, man, from the he was like, man, I go spend the $50 with him, bro. He said, man, this man had my $50 ever since we left off the yard. He said, I gave him the numbers ever since we left off the yard. He said, Weezer, look, they cut was up on their door the whole time. These niggas got the cut up the whole time. So he said, I finally said, fuck it, I go knock on the door. He said, I knock on the door, nigga come out all lit and shit. I'm like, yo, what's up with my shit? He said, nigga was like, oh, nigga went in his pocket and gave him back the numbers and say, I ain't accepting no $50 cards right now. So like, y'all gotta understand a little history on that. Like, Green Dot started doing like for real, like dudes would try to like, I wouldn't do it. Like, you know what I mean? I had multiple cards, especially when I was grinding like that. But like, you would have to be careful slightly. Sometimes it'd just be your luck. It wouldn't be like it was a specific number, but like dudes started seeing that they was cracking down on like, if you do like multiple cards a day, like if you try to do like way more than you're supposed to, they'll shut you down. You know what I mean? And like dudes was losing money like that. So dudes started saying like, if you ain't coming with 50 or 100 or $150, stuff like that, they weren't really trying to load their cards. Like they was saving space just for that. But you don't do that to a friend though. You don't do that. Not saying that bro from the R, my man is friends, but you don't do that. My man that's over there, he official. He been over there a minute. Official, ain't no lame, ain't no sets. He don't do nothing but just try to get money, make wine, and stay out the way. So like when he was telling me, like I wasn't feeling it. I'm like, damn, bro, carried it like that. He gave your numbers back. He was like, man, he gave me the numbers back, bro. He was like, man, that shit crazy, bro. He was like, man, I waited all that time. This nigga come give me back my numbers, bro. He was like, man, look, see if you can check them and see if they still good. So I said, all right, I'm gonna see if I can check them when I get back. I'm gonna go holler at bro. I was like, that shit crazy though, man. I said, I don't got no plan with the money. He was like, man, I know. He was like, man, that shit just whack. That shit just whack, man. I was like, yo, that shit super duper whack, man. Cause for real, like, you're not supposed to accept nobody numbers if you're not gonna take them. Like, anything can happen. Like, bro, you're not gonna be able to tell me my money ain't gonna be there after you give me these numbers back. And that's the whole thing about it now. Bro D, he probably on some like, yo, I'm official. Like, I ain't touch him. So like, it all good. And bro and shit should be good if ain't nobody else mess with him. So when we got back from child, I went and go check the numbers. The numbers were still right. I came out in the hallway, shot him back to bro. When I shot the jump back to bro, bro was like, man, hey, look, man, Weezy, man, we gotta make a play, man. These niggas over here trying to shine on us, bro. Like, that shit fucked up. I said, yo, bro, the nigga in my pod shine on me, goddamn, but that nigga sold a junk. I trying to grab for bro birthday, man. I was like, man, niggas is wild. I was like, I don't know what these niggas got going on, bro. I was like, but for real, man, they about to start a la war, y'all. So boom. And that's what it is, because I'm going to let y'all know. I ain't got a kite. Not no phone call or nothing. I got a kite. Because I end up getting on the phone. And I had been hollering at my peoples last week. And they told me they was straight to come through the VI and everything was going to be straight. You know what I mean? So like, the only thing that was boiling down to was finding the product and getting the product back. But as far as her, she was finally approved to come check me. Everything was smooth. So I'm just like, man, like now I'm getting nervous. Because I never done what I was doing. You know what I mean? I never done that. But at the same time, it needs to be done. It needs to be done, y'all, for a lot of reasons, man. A lot of reasons of me getting the pack. Yeah, money was the number one reason. Of course, you want to have money, man. But like when you living in prison, man, like I tell y'all, it's a whole nother world in there, man. It's a whole nother world you living in. And if you have narcotics, that's a big currency, man. That's a currency that's gonna it's powerful in there. So like if you have that, like it's a good thing that you have that, man. It's like if you don't have that, man, kind of like the people that have that, they look down on the people that don't. Not saying they're supposed to, because I never looked down on nobody. But I just saw it as when you have that, you have power. So with me being on Lawrenceville, that was my whole reason to get up there, to get some of that money that's up there. Now that I have somebody that's bringing the package, like I'm looking at it like, man, like I want to go ahead and make sure me and my homeboy straight. There's no reason for us to always have to keep buying, and like it ain't regulated. Like this shit got to be regulated. It's not a geographical thing, Tidewater or Norfolk versus Richmond. It's nothing like that. It's just a balance type of thing. It's a balance type of thing. Just imagine if people from Richmond that wasn't locked up was living in the same city as people from Norfolk. It'll still be a balance of a balance of any type of narcotics. Like you would have to try to balance it out, or it'll be chaos. Now there's no reason for it to be chaos because they ain't done nothing and it's theirs. So I'm balancing it out by us getting our own package, and then they gotta buy from us. Cause for one, we wasn't getting no we was about to get the Zaza, y'all. So boom, I holler at bro like, yo, hey, listen, it's game time, bro. Look, bro, I ain't scared to do it, but I'm gonna go over there and do it, bro. Like, word, I'm like, yeah, bro, look, put it together. I holler at my bros, we put it together. You crazy? We put it together, man. I can remember when the first play came about, man. We put it together. My peoples hit me back and was like, yo, touchdown, already wrapped it up, everything Gucci. You know what I mean? So I'm just like, man, this is crazy right here. So y'all know, people that didn't hear my story, don't know about my story, man. It was somebody, man, we're gonna call her Big Tiff. Big Tiff was bringing me this package, man. And for real, she was super duper gangster. You know what I mean? She was gangster. She was super gangster, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. Big Tiff held it down for me for about a year. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. But I was so nervous within myself to bring the package, man. But like I had to take one for the team. I had to take one for the team because right now nobody from the team is getting the package. We buying all the product from the dudes from Richmond, and that got to change, man. It got to be balanced out, man. It got to be balanced out. So that's how the La came about, because at this time La was still everywhere, man. But the main lady that was bringing it for the whole compound, she ended up getting towed off. So when she got towed off, it was like La here, La there. But at the end of the day, this one dude, I remember he was the first dude that I tasted exotic. You know what I mean? Like I tasted it once on Sussex. But on Lawrenceville, these one dude from Suffolk, man, Big Will, man. If anybody know him, man, Big Will was the first one that I seen get some. He had got some, I forgot the name of the shit, man, but the shit was it was good. And he was the first one I seen to start selling $10 a stick. Because at first it never was $10 a stick. It was always $5 a stick. He wanted $10 a stick, but it was worth it, all food, because it was the czar. You know what I mean? So like that wave hit, and I remember how that effect was, and the only thing I could think about was making that effect again. So I hollered at my man. He was like, yo, look, my man got Ganny and some shit called Northern Lights. I was like, bro, I heard of both. I was like, get them shits. Bro. So when we put everything together and Big Tiff told me it was touchdown, man, like she had it wrapped good. I just was nervous. You know what I mean? I was just nervous. But at the end of the day, I had to go take one for the team, yo. I had to, because for real, it's La War, y'all. So boom. Better yet, Zaza War, because that's what I'm coming back with. I go to the VI, I make it happen. This word, I come back, they on the yard, 30 building on the yard. My man ain't outside over 30 building on the yard. I come back through. I never wear the jean outfit. I never wear the jeans or the blue Levi's shirt game. I had special kicks and everything with the paint on it. They had a dude up there that'll paint you around your Nike stuff and had it match. I had it matching my VI, sky blue and dark blue. My junk was crispy. I was crispy in the can when I wanted to be. Y'all know the count. But if you see me with that outfit on, man, I'm coming back from visit, man. I'm coming back from visit. That's a lot. When I'm coming back from visit, they on the yard. 30 building on the yard. That's word. First dude I see is my homeboy D. He see me. I'm like, oh, what's up, bro? You know what I mean? I walk up to the fence. I'm like, yo, what's good? When I did like this with my hand, he was like, he caught my hand. He was like, he on the other side of the fence. Like, I'm putting my fingers through the gate. Like, yo, what's up, bro? And we just gonna, that's how we dap up in prison. He was like, God damn, shawty, you stink, shawty. I was like, man, go ahead, man. He was like, man, you stink, man. My good word, shawty. God damn, what that shit is you got there, Weezy? I was like, man, I'm gonna holler at you. I'm about to go to your pod. He was like, man, wait for me. I said, man, I'm about to look. I'm gonna call at you when we finish doing what we doing. He's like, oh, so you do got something. I said, man, chill out, man. Chill the hell out, man. You know what I mean? So he like, Nigga, I'm like, yo, just be easy, bro. So I shoot back in the building. You know what I mean? But I take a left and I shoot in 31 pod. My pod is to the right. I shoot in 31. I get in the jaw. As soon as I come in the jaw, niggas see me, whole outfit on, going up the steps. I'm like, it was like, oh, we was out. Like, my man happy. Like, yes, touchdown. I get to my man door. They already in there. Me and my two homeboys in there. I get to the jaw. Like, what's something? Like, yo, put the cut up. You know what I mean? My homeboy was like, man, that's word. You stink, Weezy. Man, you stink, man. I'm about to go burn the soup. Man, my word. He went downstairs and put a soup in the microwave, burnt that bitch. The loud pack had the whole pod. When I tell y'all, the whole pod was lit. So look, everybody's outside rec. We upstairs breaking it down. We got a whole zip of this shit. We got a whole zip of this shit and some Hardy's chicken. So goddamn, we up that joint breaking it down. My other homeboy got Hardy's chicken. So everything that come through, I get it down the middle. I don't care what it is. It can be a gram. I want a half a gram. So that was the rules. I'm gonna make it happen. I'm gonna take one for the team, but I need half of that stuff, man. And I felt like that was a good deal for everybody, man. Let's get irrelevant around here, man. Let's stop spending all this bread. Let's stop letting all these niggas drag us. It's our time now, y'all, because we got Za. So boom, we hot. Me and that bitch break it down. Word. We hear Rec coming back. This word. I'm looking out the window. I'm looking at my man cut. Goddamn, they cut up, but I'm looking out his window. I'm like, I'm seeing niggas come in. Niggas coming in like this. Niggas like, God damn, wait. What's that? What's that? Whoa. What's that smell? What's that smell, man? Niggas like, oh, niggas, we got it. Y'all know we got the cut up. Niggas like, oh, bro got the cut. Well, bro got it. Niggas like, oh, no, dude, Weezy over here. You can hear niggas talking. The word is out. The word is out. Dudes from the town, they was waiting for me to emerge. Dudes, a couple people that know me, that's not from the R, they coming to my man's cell. We'll let a couple dudes in. What's up? Hey, Weezy, man, look, I'm like, look, hold tight, my man. They got some too. So they can deal with you. Like, I'm going to fuck with my part. You know what I mean? So I come out. You know what I mean? I got a half a zip. I got a quarter of Ganny and a quarter of damn goddamn Northern Lights. Basically a half a zip game. And I got a goddamn split of a goddamn Hardy's chicken 8 balls. So I got work and I got the shit on me. I come out. So I'm standing by the jump by the steps, like where the trash can at before you go down the steps. So I'm like that. And I'm talking to my old homeboy. So the dude D and his man, for the GD dude, they sleep right there by the steps. So I guess they see that, they can tell when something going on. We emerge. So my man down there, my old homeboy moving around there. We got the loud pack. That's just what it is. I look up, I see the door open. It's D. He come out, he like, what's up, Sheridan? What's up? I'm like, what's good? He like, shit, trying to fuck with you. I'm like, what's good? He was like, damn. I was like, oh shit, here. He was like, oh, it's me. I'm like, yeah. He was like, what's this? I was like, a couple of feeses, bro. You know what I mean? He was like, that's what's up. I'm like, yo, what's up, though? You trying to spend some bread? He was like, yeah. I said, bro, you got to deal with Bruno. And he was like, come on, Sean. I was like, bro, you got to deal with them. He was like, look, this is what I was going to tell you. He was like, I'm going to be straight next weekend. You know what I mean? So next weekend, when I get straight, I just want to borrow something until then. You know what I mean? Now, this was one of those moves that I could be dirty like them. And I know it's Zaza war, not Lala war. It's Zaza war at this time. So I know I can get some get back right here at this moment. But I really didn't have no smoke. I didn't really have no smoke with D. Like, D came on the bus with me. That's really my guy. I ain't gonna lie, I rock with him. But at the end of the day, though, like, he gotta respect business. Like, I respect his business. I don't be coming to him trying to get major deals and what like he's trying to do. Now, I'm not saying he wouldn't do it for me if I asked. But I still never came for him to that type of deal. So I said, look, what you trying to get, bro? He was like, I'm trying to get 3 spoons. I said, nah, look, bro, I'm just gonna throw you a spoon, bro. Look, just give it back to me next Saturday, bro. Not saying his shit gonna even match what I got. I'm still just doing this. I'm like, yo, bro, just throw me back a spoon Saturday, bro. It's Sunday now. Like, I gotta wait 6 days, 7 days. I gotta wait all these days. So this was like, I can't do the 3, but take 1. Now I'm doing this because I already knew that one joint was gonna have him chasing. This is Zaza right here, y'all. This is something nobody has been tasting. Nobody has had this right here. Nobody had this right here except us. You know what I mean? We was the only ones with this. So I knew he was gonna chase after this. And I see the GD dude right there. Me and him don't know each other like that to really do business. You know what I mean? So they, he cool with that. I just gave him 2 feces and a spoon. Basically for free. You know what I mean? So he take that, he dip. You know what I mean? So I tell bro, I'm about to dip, man. About to shoot back to my pod. You know what I mean? So they was like, all right, be careful, bro. So I shoot back. I get back over my pod. As soon as I come back on my pod, everybody waiting on me. Everybody waiting on me because they know it's Zaza in the building. Where Weezy at? One boy Ballhead was the only one that knew that I was over in 31 pod because I told him I was going straight over there. So he knew where I was at. So I come back right before dinner. So I come back in the pod. Everybody waiting on me. Everybody looking. Everybody like, man, what's up, Weezy, man? What's good? What's up, bro? I'm like, bro, ain't nothing good right now. What's up? Y'all gotta hold up, man. I got you, though. I was like, yeah, but look, though, these prices ain't like the La prices, though. I'm just like, they was like, what the prices is? I was like, bro, listen, I got 2 for 50, bro. I got 2 spoons for 50, bro. You know what I mean? Dudes were like, 2 for 50, bro. What you got? You must be got some. You got the best in the world. I was like, bro, listen, I got this. And I didn't even open up the junk, the paper that had the Zaza in it. I just pulled out the plastic bag that had spoons already bagged up. I was like, I got this. And when I held that junk up, that junk looked like it had a cartoon character smell. That junk was like, I just seen everybody like, damn, that shit musty as hell. What that is, Weezy? I'm like, bro, listen, bro, this is Loud Pack right here, bro. This is Loud Pack right here, bro. Look, I want $12 a Feezy. I was like, shit going up. Cause I was the first one kind of in the pod. Right now with this, I was like, bro, I need $12 a Feezy, bro. I need $12 a Feezy, bro. You know what I mean? 2 for 50 game, man. Holler at me. I said, I'm gonna get with niggas out the dinner. So we waiting and shit. Goddamn, I look up. I see bro from Richmond. He watching me and shit. That nigga watching like a motherfucker. That nigga pull up. And he was like, hey, what's up, Shawty? You got some weed? I was like, yeah, I got some Loud Pack. What's good? He was like, shit, I'm trying to goddamn, I got $100. I got $100. They say you doing 2 for 50? I was like, yeah. They say, but it's some good shit. I was like, yeah, it's some good shit though. He was like, look, I got $100. Fuck with me, Shawty. Give me 6. I was like, nigga, is you crazy?
Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way, if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way, if you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous. Did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments, get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.